Hi everyone. Let's simplify perfect competition as a market structure today. So I have just broken down the whole idea about the perfect competition into three different parts. So we are going to first understand and learn assumptions or the features, characteristics that perfect competition is based on. Once we know our assumptions, then we are going to have a look at the diagrams. Remember, diagrams are so important for you to have that A star analysis evaluation, that why you believe that perfect competition is an ideal market structure. So let's get started by looking at the assumptions one by one. So the first assumption that we are going to look at is that this market will be having many buyers and many sellers. There are no barriers to entry and exit under this market structure. Therefore, this market is going to experience many firms operating together. Next, but the most important assumption, when we are thinking about this market structure, we are also making one strong assumption that all the products that are being sold in that particular industry are perfect substitutes of each other. There is just no unique selling point. There is no differentiation, and that goes on to lead for the second assumption that the businesses are price takers in this market. So, perfect substitutes, no barriers to entry and exit, many buyers, many sellers in the market. We are also assuming, based on economic theory, that there is existence of perfect knowledge, no knowledge gaps, no information gaps in the market. Majority of the consumers, they know the price that is prevailing in the market, for example. Last but not the least, even though this is a market which is full of suppliers, however, suppliers are profit maximizer. So remember the reference point for profit maximization, where MR equals MC. So that was all about the significant assumptions that we make about the perfect competition as a market structure. Now, based on these assumptions, we are going to apply our knowledge to the diagrams. So remember, we are going to have a look at two different scenarios. The first scenario that we are going to learn about will be the short run perfect competition. Let's simplify a little bit more here. So how would a short run perfect competition be different from a long run perfect competition in terms of the profits, in terms of the prices and the quantity that is being sold in the market? Keep it easy for yourself and simple. Remember, short run under market structure means the existing businesses in the market. We are not talking about the new businesses. We are just talking about the existing businesses, and that is what the short run under market structures will be. What is going to be the long run? Long run means we are thinking about existing businesses plus the new businesses which have entered the market. And that is why profitability, output, and the prices are different. Even the efficiencies could be different when we are trying to compare short run versus long run perfect competition. So let's have a look. So the first diagram that we are going to have a look at will be our short run perfect competition. So remember, we made one assumption here that all the products are perfect substitutes. Therefore, if the business is not providing any differentiation in terms of what they offer to the consumers, they will not be able to influence the prices. So the theoretical idea for us to understand from here would be that all the businesses are price takers, a perfectly elastic demand curve. The prices will be finalized or will be decided by the interaction of demand and supply. So the first diagram that you are going to draw under short run would be the industry diagram. A simple market, demand and supply, and we have price which is prevailing. One price prevail in the market. Based on that one price, we will see all the businesses under this scenario are going to take that price. They are price takers. And that goes on to show that your demand curve or your AR curve is going to be perfectly elastic. Remember, your AR curve is demand curve, and we also get price from our average revenue curve. I'll go back to the assumption that the businesses are price takers. They cannot really influence the combination of price and output they want to supply in the market. Therefore, total revenue will be constant, and because of that, average revenue and the change in terms of marginal revenue is also going to be constant. So let's move on to the second most important assumption. Businesses are profit maximizer. Therefore, where are we going to find the quantity that they are going to sell in the market? Where MC intersects with MR, and we can see that this is the point where MC is intersecting with MR. Based on that, this will be the quantity that they are going to sell in the market. AR is also the price that the business is offering in the market. They are price takers, they really cannot do anything about the price. However, in the short run, because it is just about the current businesses or the existing businesses, they are making supernormal profits. We can see that price is greater than the average cost of production. Therefore, under short run time period, the businesses are making supernormal profit. So that was about the short run. Now, the assumption of firms or businesses being profit maximizer is quite important. And how do we now change this short run to the long run scenario? So we'll go back again to the profit maximization objective. Now, the suppliers, when they will see that the existing businesses are making supernormal profit in that nature of industry, they will get incentivized to enter that industry. But the question is, can they really enter the industry? Yes, they can, because the assumption that we have made here is there are no barriers to entry. So, in the long run, we will see even more sellers entering the market, and they are going to change that market scenario in terms of more being supplied in the market. The prices will be reduced in comparison to the short run scenario, and the profits are also going to change. Let's have a look. So, you can see again the same thing. We have a market diagram, a normal demand and supply curve, and on the other side we have that firm which is operating, or the business which is operating in terms of long run scenario. So more suppliers enter the market. If someone asks you how and why, go back to the assumption and say because no barriers to entry, easy market to enter into, and that will also lead to the prices coming down. You can see that prices are going to reduce from P1 to P2. That goes on to show because the businesses are price takers, even in the long run, the prices will go down and the businesses are not making any extra profit. So no super profits in the long run because of that intense level of competition and the degree of survival that is making them operate at competitive prices. Therefore, in the long run, price equals average cost. Remember, the objective is not changing. They are still profit maximizer where MC intersects with MR. However, they are just making normal profits. That means just break even. No extra profits. Why? Because price is just covering the cost of production. So that was about the diagrammatic representation of perfect competition. So remember, depending on the context that you have to talk about in the examination, you can bring in your knowledge and explain your chain of reasoning by showing these beautiful diagrams that how short run when changes into long run, the price, the profits and the output in the market would also change. Looking at perfect competition, assumptions are strong enough for us to also believe that in a realistic world, we cannot really meet all these assumptions. Markets can be close to perfect competition. It's really hard to imagine a pure perfect competition. But the best part about us learning this market structure is it gives us such a good framework to evaluate that why monopoly, why any business which is dominant in the market is known to be inefficient. And that is what we are going to learn. We will learn about perfect competition and the economics behind efficiency. So let's have a look. So again, checkpoints. I have just simplified some key points that will bring this A-star evaluation for you. In the short run, we want to think about if the perfect competition is good in terms of consumer welfare. Are the consumers being charged high prices or are the prices justified? Good news. Perfect competition is good for us as consumers. Why? Because the prices equal marginal cost. They are price takers. They would not have that dominance to start controlling the market from the price perspective or from the resources perspective. And you can also show that through your graphs. When price intersects with MC, a business is known to be, or the firms would be known to be, allocatively efficient. So, be it short run or long run, perfect competition is allocatively efficient. Let's have a look at productive efficiency. In order for a business to be productively efficient, they should be producing at the minimum of AC curve, where AC intersects with marginal cost. Let's see the short run first. So if we look at the short run, we can see that the average cost in this case is here. So short run, the firms are operating, or their average cost is lying here. That means they are not productively efficient because they should actually be producing at this level, AC minimum. So I can say in the short run, we do not see the firms being productively efficient. How about the long run? Now, long run means the competition has got intense, many more sellers in the market pushing the prices down, everyone trying to exist there in the market. That will make them take no chance and be wasteful. So yes, we can see here the businesses are operating at the minimum of AC. We can see AR equals AC, so normal profits, MC equals AC, and businesses are operating at the minimum of this point. Yes, in the long run, under perfect competition conditions, the businesses are productively efficient. So remember, diagrams are super important. Use them, apply them, and practice them. Last but not the least, now this market structure looks great, but then we did not see any innovation happening or spoken about in terms of the assumptions, in terms of the business's behavior in the market. And that's one limitation about perfect competition. All the products are Xerox copy of each other. They're like perfect substitutes. We do not see any differentiation. So what we believe about this market structure is that it would not experience dynamic efficiency, not process or product innovation will be happening under this market structure. But overall, from the perspective of consumer welfare, from the perspective of businesses being price takers, it is the market which overall is close, is better to economic efficiency. I hope the video is going to be helpful for you to understand how perfect competition will be different from the price making market structures. Have a nice day.